Good morning and welcome to the Houston Zoo. My name is Alicia and we are here at our bear habitat to talk about Belle our bear and the gift of grub. We are doing that from now till the end of the year, and today we are going to be talking specifically about her diet. Now, as Belle makes her way out here, I wanted to kind of get you guys to see a little bit about what Belle will be eating before she gobbles it up really quickly. Our bears, Belle and Claude, are on two separate habitats. So today you are only going to get to see Belle, and our bears are currently going through what's called hyperphagia. Don't worry if you don't know what that word is. Hyperphagia is the most active time of the year for bears. When people think of bears, most of the time, what do we think of? Hibernation, right? The time of the year that we all love the most, winter, when we all want to snuggle up in blankets and watch TV. But bears go through multiple seasons, and right now when it's really warm here in Houston, they're going through what's called hyperphagia, which means they eat the most. They put on the most amount of weight before they would go through that hibernation. So as you look around or look down, you're going to see that we are offering her a wide variety of diet. And that diet today is brought to us here in the carnivore department by our animal nutrition team. That team is a wonderful group of individuals that get here long before the sun rises. They start their day at 5 a.m. and they actually make the diets for all the animals here on zoo grounds. They spend plenty of time chopping and cutting and gathering and weighing all of those specific nutritional needs for each and every animal here at the zoo. Now, Belle, she needs specific dietary items and amounts that Claude doesn't. Maybe she needs more apples or oranges or romaine lettuce that you see out there. Maybe Claude needs less or more of those things depending on his size. So they weigh those out and they talk to us and they say, what does she need? And we kind of work together with them. And then they wonderfully deliver those down to us when we start at the bright and early time of 6:30, which is sleeping in for them. Now, as you can see, lots of variety of food. You're going to see the romaine on the left, the apples, the nuts, the grapes below you. You see a little bit of peanut butter to your left. That's a little bit of a snack item that we're going to get her up here with, a little bit of a sweet treat that we use for special things. But in front of you, you're going to see what looks kind of like a tube with a little bit of hay sticking out if you focus really hard. Well, inside of that tube, we actually have mealworms, and those worms we give to her once a week. Yeah, she does eat worms. Bears are omnivores, just like us. They eat a wide variety of foods. So they eat everything from carnivore meat, just like us. I like a good steak or bacon. Oh, here she comes. She's moving to the left. They like meat just like I do. A chicken nugget from McDonald's is quite delicious. All the way over here to fruits and vegetables, just like our parents tell us we have to, and everything in between. Now, I don't eat bugs. That's not my favorite thing to eat, but Belle does, and she quite enjoys them, and so we do offer those. They do have nutritional value for her, so she will sit here and kind of manipulate this food, kind of work that brain process, figure out how to pull that hay out, and that is a way that we work her problem solving, her puzzle thought process on how to get those bugs out. So as you're seeing her move around, what you're doing is she's actually what's called foraging. During this hyperphagia, bears should actually spend about 75 to 90% of their time foraging. So we here at the zoo do tons of enrichment with our bears to encourage that natural behavior. We do different things like hanging food up high to encourage more of an arboreal thing. We hide food under the ground to encourage digging because bears like to dig. We hide food under trees or brush piles to make them dig through leaves and hide things. And those are all just different small ideas to encourage that forage behavior. Now, what you see to your left with that peanut butter, that is, again, a different type of puzzle feeder where she can then sit down and kind of get those little snacks out of a hole that we actually have cut out of it. And these puzzle feeders They're not the things that you buy at PetSmart or you have with your pet at home, or maybe like a cat scratcher that you have for your cat. They're specially designed for carnivores in zoological facilities. They are a very, very thick plastic. We want to make sure that we're giving our animals things that are very safe for them to pull their little snack food items out, and that way that we don't put them in any harm's way while they throw things around, toss things. Because as you can see, Belle, she is not the size of my Australian Shepherd at home. She is sitting at about 300 pounds, which is the average size of a black bear. Now, as you look at that camera, no, our camera is not deceiving you. Your camera at home is not deceiving you. Yes, she is brown in color. Black bears actually come in a wide variety of colors, everywhere from black all the way to beige and every kind of shade of in between. So when you see Belle here, she is a black bear. So as you look at her, and this is a great example as she's standing here, you're going to kind of see that her back is pretty much flat a little bit, and then the butt end is a little bit big. So when you think of Pooh Bear from like all those little readings and everything when you were little, Pooh Bear is kind of more of an idea of what you would think of a black bear. They carry a majority of their weight in their butt or back end and less weight in their front end. So black bears are actually arboreal. They will go up into trees. So if you're watching videos online and you see a small bear go straight up a tree, 99% of the time that is going to be a black bear. Now, brown bears or Kodiak bears, if you were to look at that bear standing right here in the same thing, they actually have a large hump over their shoulder, and they are going to carry more of that weight in the front end of their body, and they're going to actually carry 60% up there, and they're going to be more, I don't want to say like a pit bull, but they're going to have that big front shoulder end and that big, nice big hump in the back, in the front shoulder. So that's kind of an easy way if you're like, I don't know, is that a big black bear? Is that a small brown bear? I'm unsure. Look, kind of try, if you can, from a very safe distance, through binoculars, try to tell the difference between the bears. Now, since Belle is brown, if you enjoy hiking, and you are hiking near here, the best place to see them in Texas is actually at Big Bend National Park out in West Texas. And that is something from a conservation message the zoo is supportive of. We support the Black Bear Alliance. What does that mean? We actually just really support people. If you see bears in Texas, we ask you just to report them. So that way we can maybe just get an idea of how big the population is here in Texas. We aren't sure how many black bears there are in Texas, so the Black Bear Alliance is a conservation organization that we here at the zoo support, and they are trying to just work with conservation messaging on how to safely hike, and then once you see a bear, whether you're a rancher or a hiker, or you're just driving your car, taking pictures in the national park, where to call. And they do have signage out there, so if you guys go out there and you see a black bear, what a blessing. And then go out there and report a black bear sighting. Another way you guys can help save black bears through this holiday season is when you go to think about wrapping Christmas presents, which we're all going to do. How exciting, my favorite time of the year. You ask my team, is think about looking into recycled Christmas wrapping paper. Think about what you used last year, pull out that tote of paper, pull out those bags, pull out that tissue paper, and try to reuse it. Or actually look into buying recycled wrapping paper. They do have it. We really encourage you guys to do it because we are trying to save trees from getting cut down for black bears. I mentioned they are the arboreal species. They need forests to continue to survive. So we really encourage you guys through this season, please try to look at recycled paper, reused paper. There's also tons of different ideas for wrapping. A lot of people have moved into maybe could you make the wrapping like a glass jar? Handkerchiefs are a beautiful idea for small gifts. Actually wrap it in a handkerchief and maybe somebody can turn it into a headpiece or can actually add it as a decoration. They have Christmas handkerchiefs that you can purchase. Put that as a center on your centerpiece for your table for Christmas morning after you're done opening a gift. There are lots of fun and creative ways for you guys to reduce the amount of paper that you throw away on Christmas morning. And if you can't and you have to buy wrapping paper, we ask you guys, please recycle your wrapping paper when you're done. I know it's going to be tedious. Take all the little tape off, but make it a fun game for your kids or something. We ask you guys, as you look at Belle right now, being absolutely adorable. Look at that face. Make it a fun game for your kids and try to take all that tape off, and please recycle your wrapping paper. Another thing that we do this Christmas season, you guys, recycle those broken Christmas lights. I know, they're annoying. Don't worry, my husband is annoyed by them too. We actually have a place here at the Houston Zoo at the front gate. You guys can bring all of your unwanted, unused, broken Christmas lights, bring them to the zoo. You don't even have to come into the zoo. It's right at the front gate. Drive your car up, send somebody right to the front gate, drop it in the box. We'll take them from you. We welcome them. Please bring them. We love them. Belle's face is on the box, and she wants to say thank you now when you guys do that. Now, a little bit about Belle's story. We've talked about it a ton of times, and I would love to talk about it again. Belle is actually a bear that we rescued. Belle was an orphaned cub that was found, unfortunately, in a dumpster. Bears are incredibly intelligent, and once they find a reliable food source, they will keep going back to that food source. So what happened is that Belle started eating food out of a dumpster behind a bar, and she was like, ice cream and pizza and wings, that's so delicious. I know, it's delicious for me too. And all of those bar patrons who were making very wise decisions decided to start feeding her. Well, unfortunately, she was never going to go back into the wild and start eating wild food when she found a reliable food source. So U.S. Fish and Wildlife elected to collect her and was like, we need a nice, safe home for her to go. And we here at the Houston Zoo had space for her to supply her with healthy food, proper veterinary care, a good habitat. So we ended up getting her here at the Houston Zoo, and we're able to have that space for her to have a nice, safe home, not eating out of a dumpster. So that is how she received her name. It's Belle because she was caught eating Bluebell ice cream, Texas. And so we did rescue her here at the Houston Zoo. Claude, our other bear, he is also a rescue as well. We don't breed bears here at the zoo. We do save space for them. He was found with some bear conflict with people as well. He had started eating out of trash cans. If you've ever lived in a space with bears, you know they have the lock lids and everything. He had started eating out of trash cans, and they had ended up having to remove him from that situation. And we did have space for Claude. They gave us an exact 3-day window that we had to come get him, and he started coming immediately. So people jumped into a car and said, we love him, we'll come get him. Now Claude is an adventurous guy, and on his journey here, he started breaking out of his crates, and they had to make a quick pit stop in Arizona at the Reed Park Zoo in Tucson. And they did unload Claude there. Those wonderful individuals did a quick physical exam on him, said he's very healthy, he's very happy, he loves peanut butter, and we did pick him up from that facility, and he has been here ever since. Now, as you can see, Belle ate all of that peanut butter and maybe not all of the romaine lettuce. Not surprising. Belle is just like all of us. Very smart for starters. And number two, she does have favorites. Belle absolutely loves fruit. And as you can see, doesn't love vegetables. I mean, a girl after my own heart. I love fruit and not vegetables either. But we have to work with her just like we do with kids, and we have to remind her that carrots and sweet potatoes and corn and zucchini are important parts of her diet. But she will go through and eat all of her favorite parts first. And then once all of those parts are gone, then she'll contemplate if it's worth eating a carrot. And then she'll go back to the romaine lettuce and everything like that. So I will say that the girl prefers fruit and then salad last. I'm not judging her about that. So again, you guys, just as a reminder, we are doing the gift of grub as you've watched Belle this morning with all of this wonderful food from our animal nutrition team. We would love for you guys to go on to our website and go ahead, donate, help the animals this season. If you're thinking about donating to something, feed an animal. We love it. They love it. You get to enjoy these wonderful moments with them. I mean, she would love more fruit. Don't donate to that. No salad for this girl. And we want to thank you guys for being part of the Houston Zoo family. We couldn't do what we do without you guys. And so thank you again for tuning in today. And we really appreciate everything. And we can't wait to see you guys next time.